Mike Harrell of Harrell Automotive is joining us now because it's Tuesday and because you ought to know what's going on with your car. Mike, you want to weigh in on Amelia?
You know, I'm not sure, but I've always been fascinated by her figure as a person.
Yeah.
Just what she represented at a time.
Much better than I do.
Yeah, well, he's much more eloquent than you are,
Oh,
John.
not at all, John, not at all. But just, she's always fascinated me as the person she is at
Such
the
a
time.
pioneer
Exactly.
for her time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
just
that's
daring.
why I want it to be solved. It's like
Yeah.
she was such an enigma, and you want to know what happened to poor Amelia.
Exactly.
Mike, let's talk cars. We've
All
got
right.
some great questions today. Jen asks, my 2016 Ford Escape has been great, but it's hard to keep in my lane when I'm on the highway. It tends to move over one lane if I'm not holding on to the steering wheel. Is this a solvable problem? And what will it take to fix it? Is this just a case of needing it to be realigned?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I would suggest start there, take it to a facility that does alignments. We offer an alignment service, and at the beginning of the alignment, the technician should take a look at the car and make sure there's no worn suspension components that would throw the alignment off or not allow us to be able to do the alignment properly.
When you realign a car, do you automatically rotate tires as well? Just kind of look over the tire. Does that have anything to do with the realignment, the tires themselves?
The tires themselves do not. No, we do take a look at them to make sure that they do not need rotated and that they're wearing properly. But when we're doing an alignment, we're basically shaking down the car, making sure that the suspension is tight and all of those components are good, and then we can align those tires back straight to the vehicle.
Through our conversations we've had since you started coming here on First and Four, I feel like the realignment and the rotating of the tires is essential to getting the most out of your vehicles.
It is one of those things that we don't see a lot of people ask for, but it's certainly something that should be done once a year.
And so basic, so easy.
Exactly.
So easy. Yeah.
And in Erie, with all the potholes that we have, it is crucial to do it once a year. At least.
Great question, Jen. All right, John G asks today, I travel I-79 a lot in the winter. I'm interested in an emergency kit for my car for a just-in-case situation. What are some of the things that I must include? What a great question.
You know, John, I do keep an emergency kit in my car as well. It has a small first aid kit with some bandages, some gauze, stuff like that, some alcohol swabs. I also have a tourniquet in there and a few other things like a Mylar blanket, those emergency space blankets. They're small, they're compact, they're very light. A few other things I do keep in my backpack that I keep in the trunk of my car too, though, is a fleece blanket, a couple bottles of water.
Especially up here, right?
Bingo.
Yeah.
A flashlight, maybe a set of gloves and a warm winter hat. Just a knit hat that you can pull on in case there is an emergency. I threw a few power bars in there as well, just to have something to eat if you're stuck. I've seen cars on the highway for a few hours or more in the last couple of years, and I certainly want to be prepared for any situation living in Erie, Pennsylvania.
How about the flares? When I grew up and was a young driver, my dad always made sure I had flares. But I'm thinking, I don't know if I could light a flare, and I don't know if I could stick it in anywhere. And isn't it safer to stay in your car rather than getting out, especially if you're on an interstate?
It's all situational dependent, really. I do have some road flares, safety flares in my car as well. They're not hard to light off. They just twist and they start
Right up?
illuminating. A solid flashlight. They do sell safety flare flashlights that you can have. If you're certainly in a spot that is dangerous, maybe around a blind corner and somebody can't see you and you're broken down, having some warning indicator is very important, whether it's the safety triangles that we have or a flare. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, great questions. Before we run out of time, we want to talk about diapers for wipers.
Yes. Yes, we're really excited about this program. We have at our shop right now a partnership with the Diaper Depot, which is a national program that distributes diapers to local organizations that needs them. There is a giant need for size 4, 5, and 6 diapers right now.
The bigger ones.
The bigger ones. The little ones, not so much. They have a good supply of the small ones, like preemie diapers, but 4, 5, and 6 are the size that we need. If you are coming in for service and you bring us a bag or box of diapers in any quantity, your generosity is up to you. We will install 2 wipers free of charge, parts and labor. There's no cost to you at all.
That's
and they are a good quality wiper. They're the normal wiper blades that we install to our regular customers, so we're not buying, we're giving you a great product and you're giving us something that we can donate to the community.
And you should make an appointment to make that happen, right? But bring your diapers with you.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please do. Bring all the diapers.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Great questions today. We'll be right back.